You just need to let me know a day in advance who it is who's in custody that you plan to call. We'll get that person produced, and then to work just like it did with Ms. Riley. But if it is Fred Smith, who is living in Hapeville, you would need to figure out a way to contact Fred Smith to see if he's willing to come on in here. Okay? Does that answer your question? Jurors, please.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a witness list. I understand it.
So we'll talk about that later. He's not calling anyone today.
Perfect.
And we're off.
All right, jurors.
I don't have my picture today. I got nothing. I don't know how to cover them.
Thank you, Deputy Gordon. All right, home stretch for today, Thursday, April 25th. First day of the NFL draft. Your first witness is, or your next witness is?
Lindsay Kalish.
It's Kalish.
Is this the other lacrosse player? I saw her when I was trying to find the spot.
You've coordinated with her counsel.
Yes.
Okay.
You said you're trying to raise your right hand. You swear affirm that testimony you will give the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth of God. You go around and see. Can you state and spell your name for the record?
My name is Lindsay Kalish, Lyndsey. Kalish,
fantastic.
Kallish.
She went full goth librarian to this.
Please keep that chair up as close as you can, and please speak into the microphone so we can all hear you, especially Ms. Rivers.
Is this okay? Or do I need to be louder?
That's good. We'll see. If you're hard to hear, we'll get you. The closer you get, the more we can hear you.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay. A little closer to that microphone. All right. Ms. Kalish, what are you doing right now?
Remember, people, if you're going to prosecute the devil, you've got to go to hell to get the witnesses. That's what we've got going on here.
And as it pertains to work, or where are you in life at this point?
Right now, I am a personal trainer in the morning, and at night, I am a waitress. I also just finished my paralegal certificate in December.
Have you considered selling burritos?
And let's go back to 2019. Where were you in life in 2019?
I was playing lacrosse at Life University.
Okay.
Get a Life University, I like to call it.
I was hanging out with Lauren, a couple of my friends from high school, her friends from high school, and just our teammates.
Okay. What is Lauren's last name?
Riley.
Now, how close were you in 2019 with Lauren Riley?
I would say she was my best friend.
How often were y'all hanging out?
About every day.
So, how did you know Lauren? How did you meet?
We met through a mutual friend of mine. I was at Kennesaw State at the time, and we met through a mutual friend, Maddie Bowden. Madison Bowden.
Is Maddie short for Madison?
Yes.
Is that spelled with a D?
Yes.
How long had y'all been playing lacrosse together?
We played lacrosse together for only that season at Life University.
Right. What types of places were y'all hanging out in together?
Clubs, music studios, high-rise apartments.
I'm just gonna go ahead and direct your attention to the late hours of November 7th, early morning hours of November 8th, 2019. Who were you with from November 7th going into November 8th in 2019?
The night began just me and Lauren.
What were y'all doing? You said the night began. Where were you?
We were at Life, our school.
And did you make plans to go anywhere?
We made plans to go to Young Band's apartment.
Okay. Who was Young Bands?
At the time, a rapper.
And how did you know Young Bands?
I knew him through Lauren.
So you made plans to go to Young Band's apartment. Did you ever go to Young Band's apartment?
Not that apartment. A year before, we went to a house,
Okay,
but it wasn't the same place.
okay. I guess I didn't ask. I think you got ahead of yourself.
Oh, I'm
On the
sorry.
night of November 7th into November 8th, 2019, did you ever go to Young Band's place? Did you go to Young Band's house, apartment?
Yes,
Okay. Was it a house or apartment?
apartment.
Was it a high rise?
It was.
Do you know the exact time that you got to Young Band's house?
I'm unsure the exact time, but it was dark outside and it was late.
Who all was present at Young Band's apartment?
Myself, Lauren, Young Bands, Rick, and two individuals I didn't know.
Okay. Who is Rick?
He was a friend of Young Bands.
Okay. Had you seen Rick before?
I had.
Okay. And was Rick the full name by which you knew this person?
Rick Rare.
Rick Rare was how you knew this person. Okay.
Yes.
And where had you seen Rick Rare before?
Through Instagram.
And is Rick Rare in this courtroom today?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you to stand and point out Rick Rare by where he is sitting and what he is wearing.
He is sitting, from my point of view, on the right side, wearing a mask, a light blue shirt, and a jacket.
Please let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant. Mr. Pritchett.
She has.
Now,
So
why are
noted.
we
Move
going over
along.
Young Band's place?
Intentionally to hook up with both Rick and Young Bands. Hook up as in have sex, perform oral sex, hook up.
Did you have sexual contact with the person that you knew as Rick Rare?
I did oral sex.
And is that the person that you just identified?
Correct.
And did you recognize everybody that was present at the apartment when you got to the apartment?
Not the two individuals that were there that I didn't know.
Okay. And so, just so we're clear, please state again what individuals you did know that were present.
I knew myself, Lauren, Young Bands, and Rick Rare.
And while you were at the house, did the idea or was there ever a suggestion of either a home invasion or a robbery while you were at Young Band's apartment?
There was.
How did this idea come about?
I received a Snapchat from Chris Briggs, and Lauren said, let's go take the money and the drugs.
Okay. So what were the contents of that Snapchat?
It said, bring females, and it was the Wiley Street address. Also a video of money and drugs.
Blowjobs, money, drugs. Check, check, check.
And how did you know that there would be money in drugs? Like, were you confident that those would be present?
I was confident that those would be present.
Why do you say that?
I would say 2 days before, Lauren and I had hung out with Chris Riggs and a bunch of his friends at a hotel, and the same things were present: drugs, money.
So after Lauren said, let's take the money and drugs, what transpired?
I believe that there were phone calls from Young Bands and Rick being made to call somebody else to help with this. And
Somebody else we called to help us.
This is horrible.
Do you know?
after the fact, I knew that Young Bands was on house arrest, but before the fact, no, I didn't know why anybody else was being called.
Um, So do you know if Young Bands or Rick actually made contact with anybody to come and assist with this robbery?
The initial people they had called, they did not pick up. The second person picked up.
Okay. And do you know who that person is?
He goes by Baby Slat.
Okay. And how would you spell Baby Slat for the record?
BABYSLATT.
Okay. And had you ever heard of or met a Baby Slat before, prior to this phone call or ushering over to Young Van's apartment?
I have not.
Okay. And did the person, Baby Slat, ever appear at Young Van's apartment?
He did.
Okay. And the person you know as Baby Slat that appeared at Young Van's apartment, do you see him present in court today?
Sorry, I can't see over the computer.
You're welcome to get up and move around. Sorry, we're not intentionally putting obstacles, as the computer screens have been complicated during this trial.
Yes, I see him.
Okay, and if you need to get up and move around again, can you please describe what he's wearing and where he is sitting?
He is sitting on the right side of my point of view, wearing a tie, also a light blue shirt and a jacket.
Okay, and what kind of haircut does he have?
He has a buzz
Okay.
Oh, what?
cut. Buzz cut?
Oh,
Not a buzz cut?
I just didn't hear your words.
I'm sorry, buzz cut.
All right, please let the record reflect that the witness has identified the defendant Tyrone Robinson.
She has?
Now, what happened once Mr. Robinson